Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a special show lined up. We have a guest who's driven all the way down from Jackson County, so you're going to enjoy her. But first, let's take a look at our weather, brought to us by our good sponsor, Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and hardworking crew, taking care of our everyday comfort needs. Folks, it's going to be hot today. Up at the low 90s here on the coast. Inland will be about 94 to 95. Low will be 78. And the temperature at the end of the pier, the Gulf water temperature is right at 83 degrees. Pretty warm right now. Take a look at our river readings brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Look at the Apalachicola, Bluntstown. It's been up from some of that rain. It's dropping out now. This morning is reading a 9.3. And the Choctawhatchee at Carabelle is at a 9.2 with a slow, steady drop. Both rivers are very fishable right now. You just got to do it early or late because it's too hot in the middle of the day. Our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good tides today. The high tide is at 10:45 this morning. And then it's going out all afternoon. It's going to be really good fishing right around noontime when it starts going out if you can stand the heat. And it's going to be low at 9:32 tonight. The marine forecast as far as the wind blowing on the open waters, very steady from the west at about 10. It's been that way for a couple of weeks now, west and southwest. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, folks, and welcome to our guest this morning, Elizabeth Grace Arnold. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here today.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
But you also, what's your other name we call you by?
Sister.
Sister. So everybody knows her as Sister. Where are you from?
I'm from Sneads, Florida.
From Sneads, and she and her dad got up this morning. She couldn't drive, so her dad drove her down. But she is quite an athlete, and she's part of our family. So we're going to tie the family in together later on about how we kin folks and all. But I followed her for a long time. She's quite an athlete, but also loves the outdoors. So. You got to be a good softball player over the years.
Yes, sir.
You love sports, right?
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk about sports because she, folks, is actually the 1A softball player of the year in the state of Florida. What an honor.
Yes, sir.
And we're very proud of you. Now, we got to tie in the outdoor stuff. You know how we love outdoors. So she's got a lot of heritage on both sides. On her daddy's side, but she's about 4th or 5th generation. On our side, she's about 5th or 6th generation. So it's we're going to talk about there. Let's talk about some outdoor stuff first, okay?
Yes, sir.
So this first picture, all right, let's tell us about. You love the outdoors, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us about this big buck here.
That's the first deer I ever killed. It was my 8th grade year. It was New Year's Eve, I believe, and I shot it, and when I shot it, I hit it in the spine, so it was flopping around, and I didn't hunt for a long time after that because I didn't like that I had to shoot it again. Okay, this is a nice one. Yes, sir. This is one I killed this past year.
That's a fine buck. That's one of the Jackson County bucks.
That's the same deer,
Yeah.
just a different angle. Yes, sir.
That's outdoor girl. How about this? That's a big one there. Tell us about this.
Yes, sir. I was fishing in a pond at my granny's place, and I caught that fish.
Oh, that's a nice one. Tell her, this got to have a story behind it.
Yes, sir. That's actually that big fish in the picture before. It's the same fish, but when I threw out the line, I was reeling it in, and I seen that little one, but it was way up on the line, so I thought I got hung, and then I kept reeling, and then I seen that big one, so I caught both of them on the same line.
Good story. Down on the river?
Yes, sir.
You love fishing on the river?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you fishing with your dad?
With my boyfriend.
All right. So your dad let you start, you old enough to date now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to, by the way, she just graduated from high school, and she has a softball scholarship. We're going to talk about that later. I was just joking about that. And that's a nice one here.
Yes, sir. That one was caught on the river, too.
So you've done quite a bit of outdoor stuff. Okay, so now, sports have always been, outdoors and sports have been important in your family, I know.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about your folks. Who's your mom and dad and your brother?
My mom is Stacy Arnold, and my dad is Luke Arnold, and my brother is Dylan Arnold.
Dylan. And Dylan loves outdoors too, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
So you have a softball scholarship to where?
Northwest Florida State College.
And I know you folks are glad you stayed close to home because you could go in a lot of other places too.
Yes, sir.
What people are asking, what about your arm? Tell us tell us about your arm.
I had a slap tear in the back of my shoulder, and I guess I tore it probably around October, but I wanted to play softball my senior year, so I just played the whole season with it, and it was hard and it was painful, but it was worth it in the end.
Tell the folks what position you played. What different positions you play in softball?
I'm a catcher, but when I first started the season, because of my arm, I had to move to second base, which was a big transition, but it actually helped me because during postseason, we needed me behind the plate, really. So if I would have caught all year, I probably wouldn't have been able to catch during postseason. So I'm glad that I moved to second base, and it was an adjustment, but it was worth it.
I know that you were very versatile. Of course, we kept up with her, and I actually got to go there to Bristol and watch her play a game and all. It was really exciting. Meant a lot to us. You had a great coach. She did a good job moving you all around.
Yes, sir.
And went to the state championship.
Yes, sir.
And, that's really something to be proud of. Now I know all along you had to make good grades, right? So
yes, sir.
You had to balance out your studying and all of that. So you had good average grades, right? Okay. When you were playing at Bristol, or I still call it Bristol, Liberty County, we had a situation where you were the go-to player in a lot of situations, right? They had to go to you. They had to count on you to get a hit, and she came through time after time again, and that's how she ended up being Player of the Year. And I just it's quite an honor and all. Okay, we're going to take a break, come back and show you some softball pictures, and we're going to show you some old family pictures of where she gets all this talent from. All right, so we'll take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Sitting here with Sister Arnold. Tell the folks how you got the name Sister from Elizabeth Grace was your name, but how did the name Sister get stuck to you?
My brother Dylan, he couldn't say Elizabeth, so he called me Sister. So then my family got to calling me Sister, and my Aunt Kay, she babysat me. And we would go to the Baptist church in Chattahoochee, and my kindergarten teacher was a member there, so she would refer to me as Sister. So then when I went to kindergarten, she called me Sister, but she told me that I had to learn how to write Elizabeth before I could start writing Sister on my paper.
So you did learn to write Elizabeth
yes,
before you wrote
I did.
Sister. And that name has just stuck with you all these years.
Yes, sir.
So everybody calls you Sister.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. All right, we're going to show some softball pictures. Now, she was a heck of a volleyball player, too, but the injuries and all, she couldn't play her senior year. But now, what a way to end an athletic career as a senior in the springtime to go to state playoffs and win the state championship. So we got some pictures here. Tell us about this one here. That's a good swing.
I'm not sure. I think that was probably that's at Northwest Florida. I don't know where I hit the ball or anything.
Well, you probably hit a home run. I mean, I think tell people that's a home run right there. You got to learn to tell those things. There you are.
Yes, sir. That's one of the first games when I came back catching this past year.
Did it feel strange getting back there? You felt at home?
No, it felt like I was at home.
That's a good feeling. Cool. All right, tell us about this.
That's probably my favorite picture right now because if you look closely, you can see the people, like all my teammates' emotions. The girls beside me, they're other seniors. And when they handed us the trophy, I was holding it up to show the fans because they were a big part.
That was a state championship.
Yes, it was. And just looking at my teammates and all their emotions, it's
that girl in the back, she's about there crying.
Yes, she is.
Pure joy.
Yes.
I know that's a special time right there. Where was the state tournament?
Claremont, Florida.
Okay. And who'd y'all beat in the finals? Y'all beat a good team.
Branford.
But then also semifinals. Who do you have in the semi? I remember following you, but the team y'all had in the semifinals had a really good record. Newberry or something like that. Dixie County.
Dixie County.
Dixie County. That's who it was. So what's this picture right here?
That's the superintendent putting the state medal on me.
That's Kyle Petty.
Yes, it is.
All right, folks. Kyle Petty. There's that Petty family, big outdoors folks. All right.
And then that's me with the trophy.
That's got to feel good, sister.
Yes, sir, it
I
does.
know it does. And tell this right here.
That's me signing my letter of intent to go play college softball with my parents beside me.
How cool is that? So you all set up now. When do you report to school?
I move August 19th.
August 19th. Tell us here, how do you feel? What's your emotions now?
I'm excited for a change, but I'm nervous because I will be playing with a different group of girls, and but I'm mostly excited because I've always dreamed of playing college softball, so it's like everything I've worked for is finally all coming into place.
Now we've got to be able to tie in some outdoor stuff, so you got to find some outdoor girls up there too that like to fish and hunt.
Yes, sir.
And in fact, they might want to come home on a weekend where you're going to go fishing or something.
Yes, sir.
Or you go home with them, and I know that's when people go to college, you meet all kind of different people. So, my advice for all the 18, 19-year-olds going off to college, I'll tell them, show me your friends and I'll show you your future, especially in college. You hang around good people, you're going to be a lot better. So
yes, sir.
And I know you will. I'm just throwing that out there. Y'all play, what's some of the big schools y'all play at on your schedule in college?
Well, in our conference, like Chipola, we have one of the toughest junior college conferences with Chipola, TCC, Gulf Coast. Pensacola State, it's just real tough.
That whole Panhandle, folks, the quality and caliber of softball that's played here, and most of those girls go locally, and then they get the cream of the crop coming in from out of town too. So it's going to be very competitive. But the record, y'all done real well over there, right? The record, what's some of the records? I mean, I know.
I'm not sure about the records, but they made it to the national championship this past year.
Right, and what an honor. Now, have you decided yet what you want to study when you get to college?
I want to be a physical therapist.
A physical therapist?
Yes, sir.
Does this have anything to do with it?
Yes, sir, it does. I wanted to be a teacher for the longest time until I started going to physical therapy in Bluntstown, and I really enjoy going, and I like watching the therapist work with people, and I've talked to my therapist about just different stuff, and she said she feels rewarded when she can help somebody do something that they haven't been able to do.
Well, that's what a goal that is in life, to do something to help others.
Yes,
and all.
sir.
And I know you have first-hand experience. Plus, they're going from pain to no pain, and from no movement to movement.
Yes,
so
sir.
That is such a win. Have you had any other injuries in a career? Anything else?
I had my knee scoped. My knee kept blocking up, just some scar tissue. I had it scoped last summer.
Yeah.
So both summers I've been injured.
And they have, okay, now I want to show this other picture before we get into it. I know they have you have a weight program to put you on weights and all, light weights and everything. Okay, this picture here is sister signing her scholarship. Now this next picture is a special picture too, because tell us who this is.
That's my grandpa.
That's your granddaddy, Jerry Locke, okay? Okay, now we're going to tie this in. He played ball at Chattahoochee, it was state championship, and then here's the tie-in with this, folks. Okay, this is the family tie-in. Jerry and I are the same age, and when we were like in elementary school, he lived in Chattahoochee, I lived in Quincy, and you have dozens of cousins, but Jerry and I he was my favorite. We were just close from elementary school all the way through life. And then what happened? We started playing when our parents would visit. We just run the backyard and just play basketball at his house and my house. Boom, 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 boom. We just play until they had to drag us out of the backyard. It's time to go home. We don't want to play one more shot. So anyway, so Jerry and I were close, and then so we played together a lot. Then we got in high school, we became rivals. I was at Quincy, he was at Chattahoochee, and it was just one of those eras in life, those times in life. And I know you've heard it from your mom and uncles and all, and what a special time. So this ties in this, why it's so special to me this morning, while we're tying it in and all. I know we get together once a year with our family reunion. Do you enjoy that?
Yes, I do.
Is it because of the food or because you get to see a lot of people?
Well, probably both.
Exactly. That food is something else. And this was our, 87th one we had?
Yes, sir.
87th. And her family is so good about coming, her uncles and the big family coming every year, and it's very special to me and to all of us. So we're going to take a break and come back and talk about our heritage and our future. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Our guest today is Sister Arnold, coming in from Jackson County. She and her dad drove down this morning, so we've got all kind of stuff to talk about. So we've got to hurry up and get our fishing game time today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Our time is 12:17 to 2:17 this morning, and this afternoon 12:41 to 2:41. Okay, we've got to give a couple of shout-outs. Who do you want to give a shout-out to?
I want to say hey to my friends and my family members watching, and I want to give a big shout-out to my Uncle Curtis and my Aunt Pam.
Okay, they watch the show all the time, and your dad watches the show every morning.
Yes, he does, every morning.
He watches the show and then goes to work. Okay, so we're glad to have all of those and all. I know your dad was telling me about last year's softball championship. Northwest Florida was runner-up in the state.
Yes, sir.
And runner-up in the national championship.
Yes, sir.
To the same team?
Yes, sir.
What team was that?
Florida Southwestern.
Does that speak volumes of the caliber of softball in the state of Florida for the top two teams in the nation to reach there? So let's get back real quick to these stories. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but they are special. This is my cousin Jerry, her granddaddy Jerry. Okay, so here he is right here. I went to the state championship. We were different classification. We got beat in the playoffs, but Chattahoochee went. And just right here, I'm going to read it. Jerry Locke sank 2 pressure-packed free throws with 7 seconds remaining in the game to cap a brilliant 21-point Chattahoochee comeback for a 7-3 to 7-1 victory over defending Class B champion McClenny in the first round. The loss ended a 60-game winning streak for McClenny, the longest in high school history, and still is the longest winning streak. And I was at that game, and I remember him shooting it. It was such a pressure-packed situation, like the movie Hoosiers, if you can imagine that kind of situation. Real quick, and so here we've got some. He went on to play basketball at Chipola, and a great basketball player. Then went on to the University of West Florida as a basketball player. There he is. There's Jerry. I don't remember him being that skinny. And then we had what the game of the year or for the decade. It says Quincy Winstonchester shoots over Chattahoochee, and Jerry Locke is. That was my brother Wayne. The Tallahassee Democrat always got us confused. That's my brother Wayne, and Jerry's number 15 right there. But that was a classic picture. And that game went in. We beat them 68-66. But man, what an amazing game! The gym was packed, and people going crazy. It literally was like the movie Hoosiers. So what a bond we have, and always have as family members and all. You passed away how many years ago? Several years back.
It was 3 years ago.
3 years ago. 3 years ago, and I got to visit with him. Some quality time with Jerry before he passed away. So what a special time. And at the services, I got to see some of the old players that played for him, played with him, and some of the old cheerleaders. Not old, but former cheerleaders is a better word. So what a special time. And here's real quick, this is a family reunion. We see you up there somewhere. Let's see. Let me see. Their sister.
Yes,
and,
sir.
All the folks up there. So anyway, William Green and Renda Lovett. So okay, so that ties in all of these things here. Tell me about, as you get ready to go, what's some of your thoughts as you reflect back in high school? What are some of your favorite memories out of high school and all?
Well, my favorite memory would definitely be winning the state championship.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Liberty County all 4 years of high school.
Right.
I went to Sneed's
Right.
2 years, and I've really enjoyed going to school in Liberty County, and
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I moved, and it's been just, all those people have been a blessing to me.
Yeah.
And actually, I guess it would be your brother Wayne's grandchildren.
Yeah.
Dylan and Sarah Kay, I would have never really met them if I hadn't have moved, and I didn't really put it together that me and Sarah Kay were related. We had pre-cal together last year, and then me and Dylan are close because we talk about sports and stuff, so that's cool that I met them.
That is cool. That was my brother's grandchildren, so that was neat to have that, and I know they loved having you down there when I see them, and there was such a bond y'all had, so it's really special. And I know one of the things Dylan's coming up. He's what, 9th grade, 10th grade, so we'll have
He's a sophomore this year.
Okay,
yes,
so
sir.
we'll be following him. and we're gonna keep up with you. You got to send us some pictures. And I wanted to show you one thing. This is your gift for driving all the way down here. This is a Panhandle Outdoors shirt, and Curtis is going to be jealous. All right, so you're going to wear this over at West Florida, Northwest Florida.
Yes, sir.
And you wear it on there, and everyone's going to be jealous of it. But
well, thank you.
You're welcome. And send us some pictures. You promise me you're going to sort of sneak off on weekends and go fishing and all.
Yes, sir, I will.
I'll try to find some places around Niceville. I know you'd be close to Eglin Air Force Base,
yes,
and they have a huge areas of fishing places and all. So that's got to be important. So find some good people to hang out with too.
Yes,
promise
sir.
Me that.
I will.
And we'll be keeping up with you through your mom and dad, and outdoors, having being around good people, having strong faith. This is a success story people have that go to college. So I know you do it. Any closing thoughts? Anything else you want to say? Or you got some high school friends or something you want to give a shout out to? Or
God bless and go Dogs.
That's a good one.
Yes, sir.
That's a good one. I know that's an exciting time. We were able to watch the state finals. We watched it on the computer and all, and it was really exciting.
Yes, sir.
We're very proud of you being Player of the Year. We're proud of what you've accomplished, and I know your family ties are strong, and that's going to get you through a lot. So.
Yes, sir.
And folks, when we do a show like this, these are real people here in the Florida Panhandle, and this is a little more special to me, not just real people. These are kinfolk kind of real people, and I know that generation after generation what our family's done and been through and overcome obstacles in a lot of situations. So you have obstacles to overcome.
Yes, sir.
And you will.
Yes, sir.
When will you get full speed, you think? When do they say?
September or October.
September, October. Well, don't rush it.
Yes, sir.
Take time, and good luck in physical therapy. And can you finish it in 4 years? You already got some credit already? Okay.
Yes, sir. I do have some.
Credit. Okay. All right, we'll wrap it up. Thanks for coming down.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
We'll be keeping up with you. Folks, we appreciate you watching Panhandle Outdoors. The viewership is important to us. Y'all do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the great outdoors and take care of it. And God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.